Good evening, everyone. My name is Ann Winkle, and this is my Module 1 personal intro and a little information about inclusive culture. So let's begin. Here are some of the facts. I was born and raised in Glen Elder, Kansas. It's a small town in north central Kansas. My family includes 5 people, older brother, younger sister. My father co-owns and operates Winkle Manufacturing, which is a manufacturing company that sells livestock equipment in Glen Elder. My mom is the vice president of Farm Credit Union, which is in Beloit. I have an older brother, like I said, that works for NASA in Langley, Virginia. And I have a younger sister who is a pharmacist in the Kansas City area at a Hy-Vee. Graduations, I graduated from Beloit High in 2009. I then went to Wichita State and graduated with my bachelor's degree in 2013 in secondary math education. And then coming soon is my master's degree in education administration, which hopefully happens in December 2022. Some more facts. My teaching jobs include I taught at Truesdale Middle School for the first 5 years that I was a teacher. And then now I'm at Heights High School, which has been year 6 to year 8, which is right now. And I teach Algebra 1, so mainly freshmen, some sophomores and juniors and seniors. And then in the future, I hope to be a middle school or high school principal or an assistant principal anywhere. I am open to moving anywhere in the United States. Other things about me, my coaching career, I coached volleyball, girls basketball, and track at Truesdale Middle School. And then I coached basketball at Heights, girls basketball at Heights, where I was an assistant, but I put that on hold for now as I get this admin degree. Some of my favorite activities include walking and being outside. I play the piano. I tutor a lot of kids in math, and then being with my family and friends and traveling. Goals. Some goals I have. Short term is to make it through this year, which I'm almost there, as we've had quite a year, steep learning curve and changing things every day. And then manage my time well between teaching school and being in school. This is my first whole year of doing both. And then long term, I hope to get this master's degree in educational administration. I hope to learn to be more confident in my role as an administrator while I'm completing these admin or practicum hours. And then I hope to get an admin job and start a family. This is a picture of, this was when I first started at Heights. This is all of the staff. And then this is a basketball picture from a few years ago. So I hope you enjoyed that. Now let's talk about inclusive school culture. What is a school leader's role in maintaining an inclusive culture? And it was talked about that inclusive culture means everyone in the school, students, educators, administration, support staff, and parents. How do I make them feel like they belong? Talking about myself as a school leader and realize their potential and contribute to their life as a school. What is my role in maintaining this culture? So first of all, I have to have what was called courageous conversations that allow us to understand and support the deficits and then eliminate excuses. Things like there's historical trauma that has occurred with certain cultures, and we have to listen to them and have conversations about that and support them through those things and those deficits that they have and not let them be an excuse. We also have to customize our school programs for each student. For example, ELL and interventions, and be proactive in those interventions. We have to all remain open-minded. We can't be set in our old ways. The world is ever-changing. Society is ever-changing. We must remain open to creativity and diversity. We have to work on being inclusive. We also have to value what each student brings by allowing them to share and connect those things that they bring to their learning. Their lives are a secret. When they open up to us, we have to use that and get to know them better and then connect that to the things that we use in the classroom, their culture, their background, things like that. And then big one here, we have to continue to promote relationship building with with students to my staff. It's all about relationships, which kind of goes back with the point before that. We have to value what they bring, know about them, and allow them to open up to us and then use those relationships in order to get closer and help them be successful. what is my role if the inclusive culture doesn't exist? I have to work as a school leader to create or edit the school philosophy, mission, and vision statements so that they use inclusive language for all races, genders, and sexual orientation, and help prevent others from talking about groups in a derogatory way. I have to really open up and realize, do I need to change the philosophy, mission, and vision? Is it inclusive? Does it use words that sound inclusive, which some were mentioned in one of the articles? Those are the things I got to look into. I also have to create a respectful school community by hiring a staff that reflects the diversity of the students and have a respect for people of all races, economic backgrounds, and of different strengths. So I have to make sure that the staff is diverse, so then the students have diverse staff to go to for advice and so forth. And then we have to determine what barriers are stopping the creation of an inclusive culture. That means we have to assess, survey, and identify what things are stopping us, and then have a plan of action to create that inclusive culture. And then finally, a big one, we have to provide training opportunities for the staff and other stakeholders on respective school cultures and facilitate discussions about the topics. Some articles and ways we can have those trainings or use articles from educational world and other major academic articles. And then we have to ask difficult questions that make people uncomfortable, and have those discussions and debates with our staff. How does a school leader support and encourage advocacy? And this was brought upon that an advocate is a person who empowers their students. They give advice, encouragement, and they're a listening ear. It is an individual that lets the student know when they have someone who believes in them and who is there for them. So how do I encourage that with my teachers and my staff? So at the beginning of the school year, I have to push and give advice on relationship buildings. I have to make sure that they have those procedures in place to build relationship and create that culture, so students know that they can open up and they feel safe in that environment. I have to understand their identity, how they identify, their culture, their background, their language, all those things. So I have to, at the beginning of the year, push my teachers to make sure that they know how to build those relationships and give them tips on that. Then I have to focus on helping teachers establish a respectful class climate, create an environment where students can be open and discuss their thoughts, raise awareness of what's going on out there in the big world, and just be a support and make sure that I'm in those classrooms and making sure that the class climate is how it should be and it's respectful and the discussion is rich and everyone gets to participate. And then we have to provide academic support. I need to have the opportunity for all students to thrive. That means all students. So I have to have flexible pacing. I have to offer tutoring, reading interventions, things for athletes, things for kids in music. Like, I need to have academic support for all students, no matter where they come from, what their background is, and so on. Plans and strategies to ensure equitable treatment for everyone. So first thing we need to do, and this is a big one, and I don't think it's done enough, we have to look at the curriculum. Does it connect? Does it talk about privilege and oppression and racism? Is it not just the formal instruction that, like, for example, math has? So we need to make sure it connects to today's greater world. We need to prepare our teachers. They need to be highly trained and able to properly support students of all different backgrounds and nationalities. We have to talk about what's hurtful language, microaggressions, things like that. And then we have to view the diversity of our population as an opportunity for learning, not a problem. I really believe in that, and I really supported that statement. Diversity is not a problem we need to solve. We need to take it as an opportunity to learn and grow and be able to go out into society and accept all people. And then we need to collaborate to find solution. We need to have team meetings across all disciplines. We need to talk about certain students and what works and what doesn't work and come up with strategies. And we have to work together as teachers in order to make sure that we have equitable treatment for everyone. And then finally, what are the steps for a school leader to change negative assumptions that are affecting the inclusive culture? So to get rid of those negative assumptions, we need to participate in whole school. We need to educate. We need to participate in whole school promotions like the Gleason's no name calling, the no bullying week. There's other ones that are out there. You just have to research. You have to educate yourself. We need to adopt character education and focus on words like respect, acceptance, just being loving and respecting, like I said earlier. And then another one is we need to push students to be involved in a variety of activities. The more activities you're involved in, the more you can see different students with different backgrounds and get to know different kids. You're not just in one little clique. So we really need to push students to be involved in a variety of things. We need to also gain a diverse means of literature in the library and the classroom. Again, that goes back to reading and literature that has single parent situations or same-sex marriages, literature that is rich and diverse. And then we need to brainstorm with each other, the staff and all the stakeholders involved. What else do we need to do to change these negative assumptions? Get some other people's opinions on this. So those are just some ways that I, as a school leader, can change negative assumptions. And that is my presentation. I hope you learned a little bit from my presentation, and I look forward to meeting all of you. And here are my references. Have a great night. Thank you.